ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਦੋਸਤੋ, ਆਪ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਚੈਨਲ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਲਾਸ ਵਿੱਚ। ਸੋ ਦੋਸਤੋ, ਪਿਛਲੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਲੈਟਰ ਰਾਈਟਿੰਗ, ਐਪਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਰਾਈਟਿੰਗ, ਫਾਰਮਲ, ਇਨਫਾਰਮਲ, ਹਰ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਿਲੇਬਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈਟਰ ਰਾਈਟਿੰਗ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ, ਐਪਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਰਾਈਟਿੰਗ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਪਾ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਸਨ। ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਸੋ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਹੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਣਗੀਆਂ ਪੇਪਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਪਾਈ ਸੀਗੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲੌਂਗ ਤੇ ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਆਨਸਰ ਪਲੱਸ ਸਮਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮੇਨ ਕੋਰਸ ਬੁੱਕ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ। ਸੋ ਦੋਸਤੋ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਨੂੰ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੈਲ ਆਈਕਨ ਦਾ ਬਟਨ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਕਲਿੱਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਹੇਠਾਂ ਡਿਸਕ੍ਰਿਪਸ਼ਨ ਬਾਕਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਲਿੰਕ ਪਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਕਲਿੱਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੁਣ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ, ਇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਐਸੇ ਰਾਈਟਿੰਗ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੈਰਾਗ੍ਰਾਫ ਰਾਈਟਿੰਗ ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਉਹ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ। ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ। ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਸੋ ਦੋਸਤੋ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਹੈ ਐਨ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਊਟਲਾਈਨ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਪੇਪਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਕੀਵਰਡਸ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਇਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਪੈਰਾਗ੍ਰਾਫ ਲਿਖਣਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। Diwali is an important Indian festival. It generally falls in the month of November. It comes 20 days after the Dussehra. Shri Ram came back to Ayodhya on this day. Shri Guru Har Gobind Sahib was set free by Mughal Emperor on this day. This festival is celebrated in every village and town. Houses and shops are painted in new color. People light their homes with candle and electric lights. They buy sweet and toys. They distribute gifts among friends and relatives. Children enjoy fireworks at night. On this day, people worship goddess Lakshmi. Some people gamble on this day. It is an evil. It should be ended. So ਅੱਗੇ ਹੈ my motherland. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਸੋ ਉੱਪਰ ਕੀਵਰਡਸ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਗਏ ਹਨ, ਸੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਨੀਚੇ ਪੈਰਾਗ੍ਰਾਫ ਲਿਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। India is my motherland. Most of the people here live in villages. There are many big cities also. Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata and Chennai are some of them. India is a land of saints. It is the lands of Kalidas, Kabir and Guru Nanak. India is a big country. In this north, there are the Himalayas. They are the highest mountains in the world. The Indian Ocean is in its south. India is a land of big forests, lakes, valleys and rivers. They add to its beauty. The soil of India is very fertile. It gives us many kinds of crops. India is a land of lions, tigers and elephants. And Indians are brave and wise people. They are peace-loving people. I am proud of my country and its people. So आते हैं ਅੱਗੇ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪੈਰਾਗ੍ਰਾਫ, ਉਹ ਹੈ discipline. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਸੋ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। Discipline is necessary in all walks of life. Any house without discipline will surely go to the dogs. A teacher can't teach if his students don't keep discipline in the class. The head of the family would not be able to run his family if its member don't maintain discipline. The member of an assembly must observe discipline if they are to do any good job. No office can function without discipline. Even in a playground, the player have to obey the rule of the game. They have to play under discipline. Without discipline, there is bound to be confusion, disorder and chaos. No work or progress is possible without discipline. It is discipline which enable a nation to march on the way to progress. It must be kept in mind that discipline can't be enforced by law alone. It is training on the mind. It has to come from within. ठीक है जी। सो आगे है फास्ट फूड, a health hazard. ठीक है जी। सो आगे करते हैं। The present day fast life has affected our eating habits also. We have taken to food that can be cooked fast and eaten fast, but some food loses much of its value and taste. Fast food are generally prepared at wayside eating stalls and cheap restaurants. They are oiled, they are ill cooked, they are very oily and spicy. They can cause a number of ailments in our body. They can give us ulcers and even cancer. Habit of taking fast food is suicidal. It is in our own interest to give it up. Fast food are junk food and junk food should be thrown away rather than to be eaten. So आगे है a scene at the railway station. Solve करते हैं। Last Sunday I went to the railway station to receive a friend of mine who was coming from Delhi. I bought a platform ticket and since there was a time for the train to arrive, I thought of spending some time there. There was a lot of excitement and activity on the platform. People were in great hurry to catch the train. After the arrival of the train, some people who had come to see off were unhappy at the departure of their loved one. The coolies were running the vendors while were moving in and out of the train. There was a great rush, because of which there was a lot of jostling and elbowing, but after the train left, it was all quiet at the platform, and platform gave a desert. So yeah, a visit to a book fair. A 3-day book fair was organized by the local publisher and distributor of the city. It was held in the town hall from the 17th to the 19th of the month. There was a rich display of books on almost all subjects for school and college students. The fair attached a large number of students, parents and other books lovers. In order to make the fair attractive to students, a series of competitions were held for school students on each day of their fair. Students of all local schools could take part in these competitions. Prizes were given to the winners in painting, cursive writing and intelligence test in science, math and general knowledge. The fair was a great success in so far as it aroused the interest of the student to read good and useful book. So आगे है a visit to a hill station. So करते हैं. During the last summer vacation, I visited Missouri with some of my friends. I had never been to Missouri before, so it was a new experience for me. There was a large number of visitors. The presence of foreigners and honeymooners lent an additional charm to the atmosphere. Everywhere there was a great hustle and bustle. The weather was very pleasant. The scenery all around was very charming. The fir-clad hill present a fine view. Rightly has Missouri been called the queen of the hill. It transports on into a heaven of joy. It makes one forget about the Missouri of material life. We visited all the beauty spots in the neighborhood of Missouri. The memory of the visit is still fresh in my mind. So again, value of newspaper. Newspaper have an important place in our life. They keep us well informed. They increase our general knowledge. They give us confidence. They tell us what is happening around us. They are the world's mirror. Newspaper guard our rights. They keep a check on the government. They bring to light the wrong policies of the government. Government serves a social purpose also. They educate us against social evils. Thus they help in reforming society. Newspaper help job seeker also by advising the vacant post. They help parents in finding suitable matches for their sons and daughter. Truly, newspaper have become a part and parcel of modern life. Again है a rainy day. So करते हैं. India is a land of various seasons. Here summer is very hot. Only rain brings relief. It was a month of July last year. On day it was very hot. On one day it was very hot. Men and animal were fainting. All were perspiring. We longed for a shower of rain. In the afternoon some dark cloud appeared in the sky. A cool breeze began to blow. Soon the whole sky was overcast with dark cloud and there was a heavy downpour. Street and bazaar were filled with water. Little children came out and played in the train. The rain stopped after 2 hours. The weather became cool. A rainbow appeared in the sky after the rain. People enjoyed the cool weather. So again environmental pollution. So करते हैं. Environment pollution is the greatest problem facing a man. We are living in a polluted world where air, water, food, etc. everything upon which we survive is polluted. Scientists have listed down the dangers of environmental pollution and the government around the globe are worried about the same. In fact, man himself is responsible for such a situation. In his ignorance, he has so far been destroying the wealth of nature, tree and forests. An immediate control is required to keep the environment free from pollution. More attention is being paid to afforestation. The unauthorized felling of tree is being checked. Scientists are developing methods to minimize the effect of smoke let out by autos and chimneys. So again, life in a village. So करते हैं. The 3 words that can amply describe the life in a village are simple, pure and fresh. The villagers are very simple, hearted people. They know no cunning. They are pure in their thought and action. They are very hospitable. They live very simple and happily. They have no anxiety. Life in village is very calm and peaceful. It is free from the noise and din of cities. The air is fresh and health-giving. Say Leo Tolstoy is one of his story. A villager's life is not a fat one, but it is a long one. A villager's may never grow rich, but he always enough to eat. In short, we can say that the life in a village is worth living. So आगे है my hobby. So शुरू करते हैं. Reading book is my hobby. I read only good and useful book. I read some good journals also. I get much useful knowledge from them. Reading gives me much pleasure. I can enjoy the company and great writes by reading their work. I can learn from them good and noble things of life. Good books are the best friend. They are an endless story of knowledge. We can learn much from them. They give us food for the mind. Reading book is the best of all hobbies. It is not very expensive. We can borrow book from libraries. So बढ़ते हैं अगले पैराग्राफ वाल. वो है my favorite teacher. Mr. Rampal is my favorite teacher. He is my class teacher. He is 40-year-old. He is very active and smart. He is an MA B.Ed. He teaches us English. He is the master of this subject. His method of teaching is very simple and effective. His results are always good. Mr. Rampal is an ideal teacher in the real sense. He is very ready to help his students. He helps the poor student with money and books. He is very kind to his students. He loves the students and the students respect him. He is a source of inspiration for his student. We are proud of him. May he live long. So again, our school library. School library is a house of books. There is a library in every school. There is a big library in our school also. It has housed in a big hall. The hall is divided into different sections. There is a one section for the subject. There is a reading room also. There are about 10,000 books in our school library. The books are arranged on shelves. The newspaper and magazines are placed on the table. The students go to the library in their weekend periods. They read books, newspaper and magazines there. The students love sitting in it. There is a librarian. He issued book. The student can take books to their home also. They return the books after reading them. So ਅੱਗੇ ਹੈ an Indian farmer. So ਬੱਚਾ important ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਕਾਫੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ. So ਇਸ ਵਾਰੀ ਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੈਂਪਲ ਪੇਪਰ ਸੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਸੀਗਾ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. The life of an Indian farmer is very hard. He has to work hard in the field. He has to work in sun and rain. He has to pluck his field. He has to water them. He has to sow seed in the field. He look after his crops day and night. Harvesting is also no easy job. It is very difficult and tiring. Even after so much labor, the Indian farmer remains poor. He has to live from hand to mouth. His lot is pitiable, but though he is poor, he lives happily. He is simple in his habits. He is pure in his thoughts. He lives away from the evil of city lives. So again, the Independence Day. So करते हैं. India became a free country on August 15, 1947. So August 15th is called the Independence Day of India. The British rule came to an end on this day. It is a red letter day in the history of country. It is celebrated all over the country with great enthusiasm. On this day, all school, colleges and offices remain closed. It is a national holiday. Public meetings are held in all towns and cities. A big function is held in Delhi. The Prime Minister unfurls the national flag at the Red Fort. Our freedom is hard-won freedom. We should protect it. So अगला है morning walk. So करते हैं. Morning walk is the best form of exercise. It costs nothing. It is very helpful for our health. It refreshes our mind. It strengthens our body. It saves us from many diseases. Morning walk keeps us fresh for the whole day. It develops in us the habit of rising early. It brings pure thought in our mind. The dewdrop, the fresh flower, the chirping birds and the rustling leaves charms our mind. We start loving these objects of natural beauty. Thus morning walk is useful not only for our body but for our mind also. So again visit to a zoo. So करते हैं. Last year there is a zoo in our city. I visited it last Sunday. I went with my parents. We bought ticket and went it. First of all we saw bird. There were many beautiful and rare kind of birds. We saw sparrow, canaries, swallows, peacock, ducks, cranes, herons, gulls, and geese. Thus we saw some wild beasts. A lioness and her cubs were basking in the sun. They rode now and then. We also saw wolves, tigers, elephant, and rhinos. When we were coming back, we saw a muddy pond. There were many big snakes in it. It was fearful to all of them. We stayed in the zoo for about 3 hours. Then we come back home. ਸੋ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਓ, ਇਹ ਸੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਐਸੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਨ। ਸੋ ਬੱਚੋ, ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਵੀ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਰਹਿ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਨੀਚੇ ਕਮੈਂਟ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਵਾਂਗੇ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਤੱਕ ਲਈ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੀ, ਮਿਲਾਂਗੇ ਨਵੀਂ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਵਿੱਚ। ਤਦ ਤੱਕ ਲਈ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ।